Terrific match then, but India really struggling to make further progress in this competition after those two defeats, and the same fate would befall Sri Lanka if they went down against South Africa at Northampton today. Sri Lanka already beaten by England, South Africa with their victory over India. Today, South Africa made one change from the side that beat India. Former Lancashire all-rounder Steve Elworthy coming in for the slow left-armer Nicky Boj. Two changes for Sri Lanka, who really had to win today. Jayawardene replacing Tilakaratne in the middle order. Leg-spinning all-rounder Chandana comes in for the seamer Upashanta. Sri Lankan captain Ranatunga won the toss, put South Africa in. So far, every side that has won the toss has won the match. We're at the start of the third over. 9 without loss, Wickramasinghe to Gary Kirsten. Our commentators, Barry Richards, Viv Richards, Salia Ahungamar and Alan Wilkins.
Wickramasinghe now to Gary Kirsten. It's nicely played. Wasn't quite time, but he's got enough of the bat on the ball, and that's racing away. First boundary for Gary Kirsten. Back over the wicket now. Wickramasinghe to the left-handed Kirsten. Kirsten drives again, and it's another 4. Beautifully played. The full face of the bat from Gary Kirsten. Back round the wicket now to Kirsten, and Kirsten has launched himself at that. That's 3 in a row, and Wickramasinghe has problems. Kirsten is in the groove. Shot of the day so far.
Yes, that I think was a pretty good shot, and to be honest, it wasn't the best of deliveries, because he was given all the room in the world to play that shot, and if we have seen Gary Kirsten play over the years, we would know that is easy meat.
Wickramasinghe around the wicket to Kirsten. Oh, that's gone right through him. Well, a little bit of a riposte from the bowler, but a bit of a caning in that second over from Wickramasinghe. South Africa after 3 overs, 21 for no wicket.
That I think was a pretty good delivery, and I think this is where he needs to get the ball into that particular slot, because you cannot afford to give anyone of the class like Kirsten the room to play as freely as we have seen him so far in this innings.
Vaz to Kirsten, and he's bowled him. Kirsten's luck runs out, and Chaminda Vaz has struck for Sri Lanka. And they needed the wicket. The South African openers were threatening to take it away from the Sri Lankans. Kirsten has gone for 14.
That's a good comeback from Mr. Vaz, as we can see here, and I think if we may say that Gary Kirsten has a problem, I think it's the fact that sometimes there's some lack of movement in his feet, and when I saw some of the matches over in South Africa, he seemed to chop on quite a lot, and seems to have a problem, I think, over the years with that.
Mark Boucher is the number 3 batsman for South Africa, and this is why he's in. Vaz to Boucher, and he's beaten him. Chaminda Vaz is bringing this back for Sri Lanka. Vaz now to Herschel Gibbs. Oh, that is a launch at the ball. The slips have gone up, the bowler's gone up, and so is the finger from Steve Buckner. That is the important part of the decision. South Africa has lost their second wicket. Gibbs has gone, and Chaminda Vaz has taken his second wicket. Gibbs doesn't like it. He's nodding his head, but he's back in the pavilion.
This particular delivery, I think, it was a little bit wide, I think, or lots wide, and we've seen Herschel Gibbs at times go after balls that sometimes are not in his reach, and obviously paying the penalty for that particular shot, because he's looking a little bit disappointed in himself. But tough luck, Mr. Gibbs.
Jacques Kallis comes to the middle. Not quite a crisis, but you might say that South Africa's confidence would have been dented by those 2 wickets by Chaminda Vaz. Both openers gone now. Tremendous figures for Chaminda Vaz. This is Wickramasinghe. Oh, that's gone off the edge. And that was just a metre too short. Mahanama at second slip. Wickramasinghe to Boucher. Oh, he's bowled him. He's taken his off pole. And these are worrying times for South Africa. Wickramasinghe has got it right. Kallis looks forlorn at the non-striker's end. Boucher is gone. South Africa have lost their third wicket. They're 24 for 3 and big problems for the South Africans.
This is a pretty good delivery, and I think it's a good delivery in a sense that it came back off the seam, and Mr. Boucher, I think, helped to make that particular delivery what it turned out to be. It took the lumber yard, and I don't think he'd be quite pleased with that particular shot that he played.
Daryl Cullinan comes in at 5 for South Africa. They're 24 for 3. We're only in the 7th over. Kallis under pressure. Jamin Nawaz. Pushing for the single. Kallis will have to hurry. They won't go back for the second. That's hit Kallis on the back. Chandana, the fielder.
What's going to happen here?
That is interesting because Steve Buckner's cast a glance over to Steve Dunn. This is what happened. I'm sure it hit Kallis on the back from Chandana. Well, on the leg anyway, and it's gone for 4 overthrows.
Oh, and he's got an inside edge and he's been dropped. He's going to get 2 for it. Short straight boundaries at Daryl Cullinan, and that's beautiful bowling from Wickramasinghe. You really can't blame the batsman there. Wonderful piece of bowling. And that's beautifully straight. That's a trademark shot from Cullinan. Again, Wickramasinghe looking for that away swing, and it's the right thing. He's got 2 slips and he's got the keeper, so he's looking for that away swing, trying to entice the drive, but you've got to get it in exactly the right spot. If you don't, and it turns out a half volley, this is the result.
After the first 3 wickets, South Africa are really fighting way back.
And that's off the inside, the outside edge rather, excuse me. And a good stop by Jamin Nawaz. That filly raced over the outfield. He really went at it hard, JACQUES. His eyes lit up. Didn't quite get his foot to the pitch, and that little bit of a way swing has defeated him. Fortunately for him, went along the ground, but a good stop. Oh, beautifully bowled. There was a big appeal, but not really from the bowler. Jawardner, he'll be bowling to Daryl Cullinan. And he's gone after that one, and he's hit it well. Intentional, over the top. And that's what happens when you bowl a little bit too short as a medium pacer. You've got to be very precise with the length. And if you're not, against class players, you're in trouble. Wickramasinghe bowling to JACQUES. And he's gone! Beautifully done. Wickramasinghe deserved that. He'd beaten them all ends up, and very good captaincy from Arjuna Ranatunga. He took himself away from short cover, put the additional slip in, and he's got the reward. So the 4th wicket for South Africa, 53 for 4.
Informed batsman Kallis once again drawn to that one. Bit of bounce there for Wickramasinghe, and Mahanama completes the catch. So consistent from Wickramasinghe gets rid of Kallis.
New batsman's Hansi Cronje.
Jawardner to Cronje. Cronje down the pitch. Collect a couple here. It was a confident stroke from the South African captain. We're in the 21st over. South Africa 68 for 4. It's the first time of spin in the match. Muralitharan to the South African captain Cronje, who's gone for the swat. He pulled that from outside off stump. Gone back for the second. He'll have to hurry. That'll be very close. That's surely going to be a very close decision for umpire Steve Buckner, who's called for the television verdict. Now Cronje may well be struggling. Murutharan and the Sri Lankans look at the scoreboard. So does the South African captain Hansi Cronje, and this is why.
These are tense moments now. I think he's out by a long way.
Well, I don't think there is much doubt when you look at that picture, and Hansi Cronje is out. The South Africans are 69 for 5, and we're only in the 21st over, but the South African captain Hansi Cronje has gone. New batsman is Jonty Rhodes for South Africa, coming in at 7. Murutharan to Rhodes. Oh, the reverse sweep, and it's played well. It's beaten the man, and it's going through for 4. Aravinda is in that backward square position, and Murutharan looks a little frustrated with that.
Yes, that was a sweet shot. He looks like he played it much better than a left-hander would have.
Joe Wardner to Jonty Rhodes, and it's beaten the slip. It's gone for 4. Mahanama at slip. It was a diving effort from him. Cullinan, lovely stroke. As good a shot as we've seen all day, and it brings up the 100 for South Africa. 103 for 5, 28 overs gone.
And this is in the air, could be out, he is out. Very good slower delivery from Murali. He was committed to the sweep shot. He had to hold back. It's hit the top edge. And that's a big blow for South Africa. A huge blow. 103 for 6, and Jonty Rhodes departs.
Yes, with this particular delivery, I think he was committed to playing the sweep shot. It was held back a little bit. I think Jonty Rhodes had no choice, but with the position that he was in, he was going to be as positive as he could be. He had a sweep, and I think, in a sense, took the top edge, and just the thing that I think South Africa do not need at this particular stage, Barry.
Now we have Sean Pollock coming to the crease, and if ever they needed a 50 from him, it's now. Joe Wardner to Cullinan. Oh, beautiful shot. Aravinda de Silva is after it. He really isn't the quickest runner in the side, and it's going to defeat both of them. Wonderful shot from Daryl Cullinan, just over pitching slightly Joe Wardner and drifting into the pads, and that's beautifully struck away. Flighted delivery, and it's gone straight. Well, there's going to be an ask here. I think the old third umpire might come in. And umpire Steve Dunn has gone over to his compatriot Steve Buckner. We'll have to have another look at that one. The Sri Lankans are claiming a catch.
This is going to be pretty interesting, Barry. But I'm not going to make my my verdict yet until I see that replay, because we do have access to that.
Everything has gone the Sri Lankans' way this morning. Will it change here? Interesting to see what happened. No, I think that went straight into the ground. That's my personal opinion. I suppose you've got to call it as you see it. I could get it wrong. This might give us a better idea. He's got well over it, leaning right forward, and that's gone into the ground and up.
Barry, I'm backing you now.
And he's given him out. Well, I find that very, very hard to believe. The Sri Lankans, I think, also realise that that's a tough call. But in my opinion, he's given the wrong one. Sean Pollock has been caught and bowled via Arjuna Ranatunga. So South Africa now in real trouble, 115 for 7. Muralitharan then to continue after that success. He's bowling to Lance Klusner. Immediately off the mark. Very powerfully struck. So powerfully struck that he couldn't pull it in. Very good fielding effort from Chandana. But that's the power of the man. He didn't have very far to go, and he's very quick over the ground.
Muruthran to Callanan. Callanan's gone for the big hit. It's up in the air. Chaminda Vaz is underneath it, and he's taken a wonderful catch. He's actually gone over the rope. Now the question is, did he take the catch? Did he hold the ball long enough? Did he take the catch before touching the rope? More controversy here at Northampton. Callanan is standing his ground, and quite rightly Steve Dunn is going to have a conference here with Steve Buckner.
Rule says that he's got to have total control. We see him backing up there, getting nicely underneath it, stretching for it. Very good catch, but the umpire has ruled him out.
Well, they'll be talking about that for some time. The Sri Lankan supporters are very, very happy to see the end of Daryl Callanan. And Daryl Callanan goes for 49. Courtvaz Mold Murutharan, South Africa, 122 for 8. Steve Elworthy is the new batsman. Wickramasinga to the left-handed KLUSENER. And that's wide, and he has smashed that away. That is meat and drink to Lance KLUSENER. Loves the ball there, and it's gone all the way. Elworthy clips it away. It's beaten the man at short. Third man, it might go all the way. It's gone for 4. Elworthy gets the boundary.
Chandana. This will be runs. We'll have to wait for the umpire. Chandana just straying down the leg side. Free swing for Elworthy, and he's picked up a 4 from the under edge. He'd be delighted with that, and so will the South Africans. Just short. Wasn't a catch. Mahanama did well in the end to stop it. KLUSENER hit it very powerfully in the air for quite some time, but powerfully struck and just short of Mahanama. Oh, and there's a big appeal here. Steve Buckner's given him out. It's customary, taken his long time, but Stephen Elworthy just caught on the crease. So Chaminda Vaz coming back into the attack is immediately successful for Arjuna Ranatunga. Just a little inside edge, and a very good partnership between Elworthy and KLUSENER is over.
Yes, this particular delivery, Barry, I think pitched about, just on or about off stump, held its own, and just kept on going.
166 for 9, just one batsman remaining. That batsman is Alan Donald. The big appeal, it's hit him on the back leg. Just enough doubt in Steve Dunn's mind to give that not out. Just the old heave across the line for Alan Donald. Jayasuriya then over the wicket, bowling to KLUSENER. And that could go all the way. It really is very powerfully struck for 4. Going for the Yorker, Jayasuriya. KLUSENER knew that, didn't have to move his feet much, just give himself a little bit of room to swing the arms and straight down the ground. Chaminda Vaz then to bowl the very last over of the innings. He's going to be bowling it to Lance KLUSENER. And there he goes, and he's hit it beautifully. Stand and deliver. 4 from the moment it left the bat, in the air for a little way. 42 balls, 4 fours. Will he add to it? Yes, he will. It's another 4, just on the bounce. So a very good last over. Excellent first delivery, but since then, KLUSENER's got his revenge. Oh, and that's a big one. That's a massive one. Don't even worry about that one. Arms in the air, please, Mr. Buckner. That's a huge hit. What a dangerous man this is. He is so exciting to watch. Last ball of the innings. And a go again, this could be out. No, it's not, it's out the park. What an ending for Lance Klusner. Tremendous batting from Lance Klusner. So South Africa, after looking for all money like they'd be out for 150, have posted a total of 199. Sri Lanka 200 to get. Very, very competitive. Lance Klusner goes to his 50. Very good innings, very good last over. So South Africa have a very competitive total to bowl to. It'll be an interesting game from here on in.
South Africa were 24 for 3, 69 for 5, then 122 for 8 before Lance Klusner made his dramatic contribution, 52 from 43 balls. Good support from Steve Elworthy, but South Africa have Klusner to thank for their total of 199 for 9. Sri Lankan bowling, Muralitharan's 3 for 25 included the controversial wickets of Cullinan and Pollock. Jaminda Vas also had respectable looking figures until he conceded 22 from his last over. So 200, the Sri Lankan target at precisely 4 and over. We join their innings in the 4th over, 12 without loss. KALLIS to Kallawitharan.
And that's out. A rebound from Cullinan, and it was only a matter of time, and that went very, very quickly. Kallawitharan has really thrown the bat at that, but JACQUES just rewarded for some very good bowling. A little bit of a way swing, feet not in position, and Daryl Cullinan almost made a mess of that. Just got the rebound. One down for 12. Kalu departs for 5, and the batsman coming to the crease is Marvin Atapatu. He's got him. That's just done him for pace completely. Sanath Jayasuriya was nowhere near that. And Jacques Kallis, 2 wickets in 1 over. And South Africa right back on track. Sri Lanka now under the pump. They lose their 2nd wicket. Sanath Jayasuriya, his stumps a real mess. And that's been done by Jacques Kallis. This could be the key to the match. Aravinda De Silva makes his way to the crease. Could be, he's dropped. And Aravinda De Silva got out that way against England, just edging one from Malali on that occasion. Klusner just not able to complete the catch. Beautifully bowled.
This is a very good delivery. This Jack Kallis is bowling very pacey.
Could be out too. He's asking Steve Dunn whether it carried. There's a little nod of the head, and Marvin Atapatu is now on his way. Beautifully caught by Boucher and Jacques Kallis. What a game he's having. His 3rd wicket, one that just nipped in off the seam. Boucher did the rest. The new batsman Roshan Mahanama, he's been in good form on this tour. Sean Pollock to Aravinda De Silva. And there's a big shout. And I tell you what, he's very confident, Sean Pollock. I know that Aravinda De Silva goes a long way across the crease. But umpire Steve Dunn decreeing that that perhaps was just going down the leg side. Very good shout, though. And that's very close, and that's out. Sean Pollock has got his reward. Aravinda De Silva had a very disappointing tournament so far. Out for 0 against England. Now out for 1, which was a drop catch. So he departs, just sidling across, not really getting forward, and he's paid the penalty. That might have been just a little bit high, perhaps a little bit unlucky. He's not a tall man, but Steve Dunn prepared to give it out. New batsman's Arjuna Ranatunga, the captain. And that's very close too. There's a plead from Jacques Kallis for his 4th. Steve Buckner is unmoved. Goodness me, there's plenty to view here. How close is this? Might have just snuck down the leg side, but
something that makes X certificate reading, doesn't it? Jasuria, Kaluwirtharana, Adipatu, De Silva, all gone. 5-5, 1-1, 3 to Kallis, 1 to Pollock, 25 for 4. We're in the 12th over. Alan Donald now coming on from the football ground end. 114 one-day internationals, approaching 200 wickets. Donald to Ranatunga. And he's clipped that away. That'll be 1 bounce for the sheer pace of the delivery off the top edge of the bat. Takes it to the boundary, 1 bounce into the boards. Game on.
Tunga has been swishing outside the off stump, trying to really slash at some of those deliveries, but on that occasion getting the top edge and flying through. Donald would be too pleased with that ball.
Oh, he must have gone this time. Donald strikes. It's the 5th wicket down for Sri Lanka. The captain has gone, Arjuna Ranatunga. Donald, with bags of pace, removes the left-hander, and Sri Lanka are staring down the barrel, 31 for 5. Mahela Jawadner, the new batsman for Sri Lanka, coming in at 7 with a dreadful scoreboard. If he cares to look over his right shoulder, it'll tell him that his side is 31 for 5. Desperate times.
Lovely shot. Hansi Cronje in heavy pursuit, but it's quite a short straight boundary there. Lovely balanced drive past the bowler. And that's beautifully struck. Joe Wardner playing some lovely shots here. He's nicely balanced when he plays, this young man. And he's shown what can be done, and that's the Sri Lankan 50. 53 for 5. And that's up and over. In fact, I think he played that pretty well in the end. It bounced on him, and it was a little bit too close. In the end, just guided it over slips. I think I'd like to give the benefit of the doubt to the batsman there. I think that was a fine shot. Elworthy, and that's in the air and out, and that's poor cricket. Really is poor cricket. Joe Wardner, I think, is the man, just trying to drive the ball on the up, and it's bounced a little bit. Elworthy's got that ability. He's a tall man, comes right over the top, not the ball to drive. Look at him getting right forward. He should have just intent on defending that one. Nice, comfortable catch for Jacques Kallis. He's in the action. He's taken 3 wickets already. So Joe Wardner, after promising so much, departs for 22. And Sri Lanka lose their 6th wicket. New batsman, Opal Chandana, also can play pretty well. He's been known to score some runs, but not quite in this situation. Elworthy to Chandana, and that's a very ambitious shot. He's just too quick for that, and he's only just come in. Far too full. There's the little graph. And those round dots, there's plenty of them. That's all the wickets that have fallen, 15 in all.
Klusener. And that's a terrific shot by Chandana. It was just fractionally short, but it sat up and invited itself to be hit, and hit it was. Klusener to Chandana. Upish and out. Chandana has gone. Cullinan takes the catch. Klusener has struck. And now Sri Lanka are 86 for 7. Chandana, his little stand of resistance has come to an end. And the South Africans are so on top.
Yes, I think with this particular delivery, it was there to be swatted away, but he didn't seem to go at it with any serious conviction, and in the end result gave Cullinhan a very easy catch. Mr. KLUSENER is now in the wickets.
The new batsman is Chaminda Vaz. KALLIS now to Roshan Mahanama. That's a beautiful shot from Mahanama. That's a top draw shot under pressure, and he produces a quality stroke for 4. .98 for 7. It's KLUSENER round the wicket to Chaminda Vaz. Vaz has gone for the shot, and Vaz pays the price. Pollock takes the catch at mid-off. The South Africans are destroying Sri Lanka here. KLUSENER takes a second wicket and just enhances his chances for the Man of the Match award. Chaminda Vaz perishes in the cause, going for the big hit over the top, and didn't quite get there. A simple catch to Sean Pollock. And the Sri Lankans are 8 down. Chaminda Vaz goes for 1, caught Pollock, bowled KLUSENER, 98 for 8. The new batsman is Pramodya Wickramasinghe, who had a good day with the ball. And again, not very far forward. Clipped it off with the inside edge for 1. And that's a single that brings up the 100 for Sri Lanka. It's been a painstaking innings, and they've taken a lot of pain. It's 100 for 8, and 33 overs have been bowled. KLUSENER, Mahanama, nicely played. That's racing away. KALLIS giving chase with Rhodes as well as the escort, but it beats them both. It's another 4 to Mahanama. Pollock to Wickramasinghe. Oh, that is a beauty. Well, that would have beaten a 1-2-3 batsman, never mind a number 10. Roshan Mahanama is on 36, and Sean Pollock has been bowling quite beautifully. Oh, that has got to be close, and he's got him. Pollock has struck for South Africa. Roshan Mahanama, his resistance has been broken. He's gone LBW for 36. And Sri Lanka 110 for 9. Expressionless Hansi Cronje, but he'll be happy with the way his bowlers have turned this around. And look at this for an LBW. Roshan Mahanama goes for 36. It's 110 for 9. KLUSENER to Wickramasinghe. Oh, he's done it! KLUSENER has finished the job with his 3rd wicket. That is a tremendous comeback by South Africa. Captain Hansi Cronje must have feared the worst when at one stage his side was so far back in the contest. Sri Lanka were on top, but Sri Lanka have capitulated under some extremely fast and hostile bowling, and South Africa are the winners, defeating the world champions.
And Sri Lankan defeat was never in doubt after that awful collapse at the top of the batting order. Only Mahanama and Jayawardene made double figures. The South African bowling as impressive as ever, especially KALLIS doing the early damage, Sean Pollock conceding only 10 runs, and for once comparatively modest figures for Alan Donald. 3 for 21 for Lance KLUSENER, along with his swashbuckling 52 earlier, made him man of the match. So South Africa 2 wins out of
Northern Ireland Assembly that